tongue movement has its primary effect on? The options are palatoglossal arch, facial musculature, lips, and cheeks. Now, one thing which we have to remember, cheek is just an envelope of the oral cavity or the buccal cavity. And yes, although tongue movement has some effect, but these are the slow effect and long-term effects. Same way lips. Lips have their own muscles and they are also forming the interior covering that will be covering the buccal cavity, right? Same way, facial musculature will be outside the buccal cavity. It's not going to play a very important role. But this palatoglossal arch, okay, so before I go into detail of this, one thing I should tell you about the palatoglossal muscle. Now this muscle plays an important role during swallowing. What happens actually, this muscle functions to elevate the posterior portions of the tongue. So this elevates the back portion of tongue, and these action helps to propel food down to esophagus during swallowing, right? Another action is it will be pulling down the soft palate towards tongue. So basically two actions will be happening. One, now if you see here, you will be able to understand that here this is going to be your soft palate and this is going to be called as your palatoglossal arch. Now what happens due to the palatoglossal muscle, there will be this particular area is called as the oropharyngeal isthmus and we want to make it narrow so that there will be constriction to the oropharyngeal isthmus, and this generally happens during the swallowing of food that helps in propelling the food inside the esophagus and prevent the outflow of the food back to the oral cavity, right? So during this here you have the palatoglossal muscle that will be pulling down your palate towards the tongue, and it will be raising the posterior part of the tongue, and both these opposite action will be narrowing down the oropharyngeal isthmus, and that's how the food will be propelled inside, right? So basically these actions help to propel food down to the esophagus during swallowing, and they will be preventing food from flowing back into the mouth. Okay, so the palatoglossal basically is an extensive muscle of tongue. That means it originates from the location that is outside of the tongue and it generally gets inserted into the tongue. So the palatoglossal originates from the inferior surface of the palatine aponeurosis. So this palatoglossal originates from palatine aponeurosis, and basically it is a thin membrane that is connected to the back portion of the hard palate, right? So it originates from here and it gets inserted in the posterior part of the tongue, right? So basically what it will be doing, it will be raising the posterior part of the tongue upwards, and it will be pulling down the soft palate downwards so that there will be a narrowing of oropharyngeal isthmus, and that will help the food to propel down the esophagus. So this is the thing which we have multiple times we have already seen, right? So the tongue movement has its primary effect on the palatoglossal arch. So answer is going to be your option 1.